Peace. This is S.S.Oracle, Shadow and Soul Oracle. This is Savvy. I'm just going to do a general reading where we're going to see what comes out, the most high vibrational message from Spirit, the most high from the divine for the listener, whether it's for one person or for many. We're just going to pull the most relevant message that needs to get out right now for this new day, for this new year. You know, we can make the argument and have the conversation that it's not the official new year, but it is. Like, we're starting at 111. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different understandings of the new year in different cultures and in different times. So there really isn't just one when you think about it, right? But let's see here. I think I'll start with the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. Okay. See what kind of metaphysical energies are present right now. Okay, for somebody. The most relevant message that they need, Spirit. Let's see. Okay. Coherence, number 13. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So this is about your feelings and your beliefs, or the things that you tell yourself, having to like put them together, like being honest about your feelings and being honest about your desires and what you believe. You know, a lot of people might be battling with this because of the collective awakening too. Like, starting at 111, there is a collective awakening going on. Again, number 13 could be significant. People coming into a higher consciousness. But it's like the things that you've been told to believe and the desires of the heart are not matching, you know, and so it's creating this feeling of stagnancy. So you really have to tune in to yourself. I did give a message on my threads earlier this morning about when you awaken, you're given basically the opportunity to really find out what's meaningful for you and not follow the norms or the traditions or the status quo or what the masses are doing. And this isn't to like demonize anything that anybody still believes in, but when you awaken, you're given that chance, right, as a form of freedom to decide what things mean to you or what things mean for you. Okay, so being true to yourself about what you believe and what you desire in this world or for your life. Okay, it doesn't have to look like what everybody else is doing or what people say has to be done. Authority, right? Taking control of your own life. Number 10 could be significance. Again, another one. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So it's about having compassion too. And that takes a while on an awakening journey because you want to be so bold and strong in your truth that sometimes you'll just bulldoze over everybody and what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've grown or expanded in some kind of a way. You're like, this is who I am. F what y'all got going on. But it's like, as you grow and as you even heal in the heart too, because that's part of it, because we feel offended. You know what I mean? There's an offense that happens within us where it's like, we know we weren't, when you awaken, you know you weren't given the chance or the choice for yourself. And so you had to be conditioned and you had to be influenced and you had to follow along. And that'll piss anybody off when you realize that you've been controlled in that way, right? But when you become your own authority, again, you get to make those own decisions. But in the process of healing that, you know, being pissed off or feeling slighted or, you know, you leave yourself open and receptive to learning from others or just communing with others. It doesn't become such a pain to be around others because you've established such a knowing in yourself that it doesn't bother you what other people are doing. See what I'm saying? Let me pull the Starseed Oracle here. Okay, Starseed. You are your own authority now. You just got to match your beliefs with your desires and stand firm on that. You know what I mean? Be solid in that. But also, it's not about, you know, shutting down what everybody else is believing. Like, you don't have to do that. You really don't. When you're at peace with your life and your decisions, you so focused on that you really not focused on what anybody else is doing. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Right? It stops mattering. You know, people will like bash the things that they don't believe in anymore. Like you followed something for your whole life and then you stop following it, but now it's like wrong. No, like I get it, but once you start to realize again where you stand in yourself, okay, you'll realize that what matters ultimately is what brings meaning and understanding to your own life. And everybody is on that path, whether you consider them of a lower consciousness or a higher consciousness. Wherever a person is in their beliefs or their perspectives is correct for them. So you need to find the perspective that's correct for you and back away or detach. That's what it's showing here. You see how far away the earth is? Like, you need to detach from what everybody else is doing, what everybody else believes, what everybody else says is right, or what everybody else considers tradition. Like, maybe that's not for you. It doesn't matter anyway. Okay, the common ground is we all gonna be out of here one day. So find something that you believe in, find something that means something for you, find something that you could love or somebody that you could love, and do that wholeheartedly, and then we out. Okay, like it's really, life is very subjective. Okay, let me get one more. Let me get one more for the star seed. And this is an active energy too. So your perspective has to be active, like maybe getting out and being around people too, to get to hear perspectives and just feel maybe where you might be triggered when certain people have beliefs that go against yours, and letting it go, taking a breath and just letting it go when people don't agree with what you're doing. Okay. Earth. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. This is coming out so beautifully. In the world, but not of it. At one point, you were not conscious. At one point, you didn't know the things that you know. And there are people who don't know the things that you know. You are one and the same. You might be on a different level. You might be in a different consciousness, but you were once where other people were, right? That's the compassion. That's the compassion. Learn how to be human. Learn how to be human. We're all having a human experience here. No, we don't want these yet. We don't want them yet. Get some chakra energy or some zodiac here. All right. But it's like we're all here. Okay. When you evolve out of certain ways of thinking and living and lifestyles, that's for you. We don't need to try to get everybody on board with what we're doing. And we try, we do, because it's just so wonderful. Look how free you can be, right? But certain paths are meant for certain people, and you specifically have a path, and not everybody's supposed to be on that. You got to learn how to be compassionate. Have compassion for people who are at levels that you once were in, right? And then just staying true to yourself, okay? Knowing what you are beyond the physical now. You're somebody that knows they're more than just a human. You know that. A lot of people don't know that, though. They may know spirituality and have connection with God or spirit or their religion or their practices and things like that, but you know something a little more deeper than that, right? As far as being energy, as far as being vibration and sound and all of the metaphysical stuff. You know that. Certain people don't, and certain people are not meant to know that. But let's see what's going on with your energy on the inside here with some chakra zodiac. Okay. Being the authority in your life, having compassion for others as you evolve. We got sacral chakra. I feel your emotions. Where am I putting this? Under authority. Feel your emotions. Right? All the emotions. Every emotion is valid. Every single one. Even the ones that are not pleasant or pleasurable or like favorable, the ones you don't want to feel, they're still valid. Indignancy is valid. Anger is valid. Frustration is valid. Being overwhelmed and frustrated is valid. Let it. There's nothing wrong about that. I think sometimes in the mind of people who've awakened and have a higher consciousness, they feel that they're supposed to be above emotions. No, you're still human. You're still having a human experience, okay? Some people take offense to that, of being told that they're still human. You are, though. You are, though. It's okay. It's okay. You are, though. So feel the experience of being human. That's a part of having authority, is knowing yourself on all your levels. The authority of self, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. Those are all the aspects and levels of self and the many consciousness of self that exist as you. You have to experience all of it. You have to feel all of it, and you release it, right? You don't become the emotions, you just feel them. We can't control that. Just as much as we can't control certain processes of our body. You know what I'm saying? We can't even control when we wake up in the morning. You don't consciously tell yourself to wake up, right? So it's like there's things that go on within the body that aren't necessarily controlled, again, with authority, but you surrender to them. And that's what has to happen with emotions. You surrender to the things that you feel. You don't become them. You don't identify as them. You feel them and release them and understand them as a part of the human experience. Let me get one more. I'm trying to get a zodiac sign out here. Who am I talking to? Sacral chakra deals with emotions. We're talking water. So maybe Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy here, who I might be talking to, but this could be anybody at this point. I might pull some tarot if I'm pulled and led. Let's see. Come here. Venus energy, pleasure. Okay, we got Taurus and Libra ruled by Venus. Yeah, this is about what you enjoy, what you delight in. Finding your delight. It'll help. That'll help with the kickback of energy. You know what I mean? The frustrations and stuff with the world and other people who are not conscious or not aware of certain things. Like, it'll help if you honestly indulge in things that bring you pleasure in a healthy way. Okay, I'm all about health here and being safe in the things that you involve yourself in. So those things that bring you delight and pleasure, make you feel a sense of love and comfort, indulge in that responsibly. Okay, more often. Do that more often this year, today. Okay, do that more often. Really get into what makes, again, your life in this world meaningful to you. Okay, what makes it meaningful to you? Going back and forth between wanting to pull an Egyptian god or just doing one of these divine abundances, but I just picked up that, so this is where we're going with that. All right, divine abundance for the listener right now. Okay, finding your pleasure, following your truth, being the authority of your life, having compassion for others, feeling your emotions, all of them, the good, the bad, the ugly, the amazing. Okay, balancing your heart and your mind, staying grounded, being okay with being human, being in the world but not of it. Okay, we got divine source. Help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Yeah, I mean, you know what you are, right? You know that you're divine. You know that you're connected beyond, okay, into something of a higher nature, right? And that's what you seek for your clarity. That's what you seek for your joy. That's part of the freedom too, right? Having an awakening and then gaining the freedom to subscribe meaning for your own life also comes with being able to connect to a source that can provide you with various influences or inspirations to keep you on a higher path. So what I'm getting is like playfulness, right? I'm seeing hummingbirds here in this divine source card, okay? So like playfulness and joy, high vibrations, okay? High frequency things, okay? Things that really help you stay reminded of what you are beyond the physical, okay? And again, those things that bring you pleasure, all right? Like if you're feeling alone, like that's valid too. Again, with feeling your emotions, feeling alone is valid, but knowing what you're connected to is important too, okay? And when you're seeing signs and you're tapping into things that maybe other people aren't around you, that's not you being alone, that's you being connected. Okay, you can't look at it as nobody else sees what I see and knows what I know. You know what you see and you know what you know, and that's you being connected to source, right? Or even your angels or spirit guides or ancestors, if you're into that kind of work. Okay, you being aware is you being connected, and that's not you being alone, that's you being connected. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the services I have to offer, please click the link in the description. I offer a free service consultation where we could talk about anything that you may be interested in as far as what I've posted on my channel in these readings, or on your healing journey, or on your spiritual path, and to see if I would be a great fit for you to do a personal reading. Okay, I offer alchemy readings, I offer love life readings, I also offer a multi-dimensional chit chat where we could just talk about all the woo woo and all the spirituality, all the mysticism, all the esoterica, and all of that. Okay, so please read descriptions and disclaimers when you decide to book. I also have a blog you could check out. You could check out music that I've recorded. You could check out the book that I've published, Word to the Wise, Spiritual Messages for Self and Relationships. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.